Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing you how to cook Laban, a traditional Sudanese rice pudding. Discover the authentic way to prepare this comforting classic from the first grain of rice to the final dusting of cinnamon. This is typically served as a dessert, but I remember having it for lunch growing up. I'm using arborio rice, which is very similar to Egyptian rice. My mother used Egyptian rice, which is a short grain rice with a sticky consistency when cooked. However, any short grain rice will work as well. All the ingredients are listed in the description below, so be sure to check it out as we dive right into the process. It's been a while since I've made this, and because I learned from observation, I'll keep track of how much I use and list all the quantities in the description box. I add water into a large pot and place it on the stove while I rinse the rice. This rice is very starchy, so I rinse it 1 to 2 times to get rid of excess starch. Then I add it into the pot of water with salt, oil, cinnamon, cardamom, and cloves. Always take note of the amounts used so that you know how much to remove before adding the milk. I let it boil on high heat, then cook on medium until the rice has softened. I add water as needed during this time. Once the rice is cooked and has softened, I remove the cloves and cardamom pods. You know it's ready when you press on the cooked rice and it mashes completely between your fingers without any hard core or resistance. I add a little water and reduce the heat to the lowest heat setting to prevent the rice from burning. Then I combine milk, Greek yogurt and thick cream and whisk them together. I add this to the rice and stir to combine, then increase the heat to a medium flame. Always avoid high heat at this point because it will burn the rice. If the rice is too thick, add more milk as needed while stirring. At this point, I add margarine and sugar. Adjust the sugar to your liking. This traditional Sudanese cooking stick is best suited for this because it helps crush the rice, resulting in a smooth and silky consistency. Our pudding is still too thick, so I add a little more milk. You can also use water, but milk gives the pudding that smooth, silky texture. Please note that the pudding thickens more as it cools down, so it's best if it's a little runny. Once the sugar blends in, turn the heat off. Our Laban is ready and the kitchen smells amazing. It's filled with the sweet, earthy aroma of cinnamon and it tastes great. However, the aroma of the Blueband was stronger than I remember, so the only thing I would change next time is to skip it or reduce the amount used by half. I served it warm with cinnamon powder dusted on top. It can also be eaten by itself or topped with crushed nuts. I hope you try this Sudanese dessert recipe and love it as much as my family does. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, comment down below, and share it with your family and friends. If you'd like to follow more of my simple recipes, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be alerted every time I post a new recipe. This is all I have for you today. Thanks for watching and bye for now.